This is the phosphorus section of Will Grid Soil Sampling work for my livestock farm. So what's up with phosphorus anyway? Well, first of all, we know that it's expensive, but it's also essential for all plants and animals to live. We must have it. Some of the phosphorus that's in our manure is fairly soluble before it actually gets incorporated into our soil. This high solubility is an issue because if there's a rainy or water event before it gets incorporated, it can actually run off in the water without any soil erosion. It is relatively stable in soils, basically is not volatile, and is very minimum leaching. Our phosphorus in our soil. Most phosphorus is actually attached to the soil particles and is fairly stable. But we do have some soil erosion in all systems. When we have elevated soil phosphorus levels, this means that whatever runoff we do have has a higher level of phosphorus in it than it should have. This excess phosphorus can get into our waters. The phosphorus problem. What is the phosphorus problem anyway? Well, the big problem is in our lakes, our rivers, our streams, and our oceans. We have a process called eutrophication, which is excess phosphorus that gets into these waters generates an excess algae growth. This excess algae eventually dies and sinks to the bottom of the water. With this excess algae on the bottom of the water, it starts to decay, and this decaying process causes an oxygen shortage in the bottom of the water. With an oxygen shortage, our normal aquatic life has a hard time surviving and may eventually disappear. Eutrophication. Here is just a slide showing in a visual way the process of eutrophication. We get this excess phosphorus into our system, we get this algae growth, eventually it dies, decays, and causes this oxygen shortage issue. Here is a couple examples of some algae blooms. I'm sure most everybody has seen one somewhere or another. Here we have a map of the Mississippi watershed, obviously the largest watershed in the United States. A big portion of Minnesota drains into this same watershed. What we have going on down here is down in the bottom in the Gulf of Mexico, they have what they call their hypoxic zone, or dead zone. And this largely results from excess nutrients getting to that water and not allowing normal aquatic life to grow. So what are our sources of phosphorus runoff? We've been discussing our field cultivation and feedlots where excess water runoff from those areas can cause a potential of phosphorus getting into the waters, but it also can come from industry, from sewage systems, and just cities, and people living along the waters with their lawns and their sewer systems. Any system that allows excess phosphorus to get into our public waters can cause this excess phosphorus problem. We have over 3,000 impaired waters in Minnesota. About 20% of those waters are impaired from phosphorus, another 20% from turbidity, and then various other impairments to the waters. So, one of our goals is to have less phosphorus build up on our soils. Different ways of doing this: we can just have more acres for the same manure, or we can apply manure in the areas that need the phosphorus. This is one of the key points of the whole grid sampling concept. And we can consider importing less phosphorus into the farm system by the feed, fertilizer, and bedding that we purchase. This is the conclusion of the phosphorus section of Will Grid Soil Sampling work for my livestock farm.